All right, welcome back to TYT Sports, everybody. In studio, in the flesh, Mr. Robin Black.
How's it going?
We got him down to LA. He's probably not going to leave because he's thinking it's too nice. It's not even 72. It's like 55 degrees, and you're going, this is great.
It is pretty nice. And I didn't always like LA. Like, I wasn't always sure. But now that I've been coming here a lot, I was here maybe 6 or 7 times last year. I commentated a bunch of stuff for Fight Pass down here. And now that I've kind of found some neighborhoods that I like, and I feel like I could totally live here, no doubt about it.
Oh,
like if you go out to the east coast of Canada, like these people all want you to stay over at their house. Like you meet somebody and they want to tell you their life story, and it really is cool. I've actually recently taken the I got it from my friend Justin, who's a jiu-jitsu coach and a fighter. He actually fought George St. Pierre early in his career.
Good,
Jason
and
Rubin.
he's alive to tell the tale.
He is.
Very good.
He's a fantastic coach.
That's awesome.
And I was commentating when a couple of his young fighters fight, and we hang out. And I like to gather philosophy and life philosophies from great fighters and coaches. It's something that's there to be had. And he said he has this daily sort of ritual of he tries to talk to at least one stranger a day.
It's awesome.
And I started doing that. And some people think you're crazy, which, of course, they think you're insane. But then other people, they're glad to talk to you. And when you talk to different people and you're really open-minded about the conversation, you'll learn all kinds of really interesting stuff. So LA's a cool place for that. But in Canada, everyone just will talk to you.
But in the social media sense, to relate this really right back to the UFC and itself and fighting, for one, it has become prevalent in the success it seems in swaying how much a fighter can have a fan base, right?
100%.
And there's a couple examples I wanted to use. For one, being at UFC 207, Nunes versus Rousey, and being in the crowd. I sometimes shouldn't really classify all fight fans into one group, but you should never do that and generalize. However, that arena of fans was about 90% Ronda Rousey bandwagon train, whatever you want to call it. And they cheered and loved every second of her walking out. And Nunes got booed. The champion got booed, right? Now, she hasn't been in movies or TV. She hasn't been in Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. And we know all the factors that went into making Ronda Rousey. Unfortunately, some people like to look at this and say, well, she's only going to be remembered for her 2 losses. No. We're going to look back in 5 years, I hope sooner than that, and go, that woman built a division, a gender of the UFC, which is remarkable. Her and Serena Williams are comparable in terms of greatness of what they were able to do outside the ring, outside the octagon, off the tennis court in that sense. But social media also had a major impact on when she lost. And we're going to kind of pick up on a conversation we had, which I'll leave a couple links in the description, where we
If anybody has hung in with us for many, many minutes as we've meandered all over the place.
of course.
Hey, cool.
Thank you, guys. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
The mental part of fighting, I've always thought, and I can't speak from experience. I don't have that. I know you do, which is why I think this conversation is so fascinating to me. It's why I love talking to anybody who's fought. I've been in one bar fight, and it's a lot different than in a UFC cage. It's totally different, actually, because I had no idea it was coming. At least in the UFC, you have to go in there.
But that's an issue. The day that you book that fight, you have just booked. It's a violent confrontation with a professional athlete in your underpants in front of thousands of people.
That's the best way I've ever heard it explained.
And you book that. You basically have booked a car accident. A car accident just happens. But if you book a car accident, in 5 weeks, 4 days, 3 hours, and 12 minutes, you're going to be in a car accident. That is going to affect every choice, every experience of your life in those eight weeks. For people who love to fight, they cherish that. You're so, and I know this will sound a little over the top, but I am pretty passionate about fighting, and it's a religion almost, the way I view it.
And I don't think you're alone in that. I think there's a lot of people and fighters.
And the people who maybe fighting isn't their thing may have that feeling about something else. Music, it's just their thing, or movies, or art, or whatever. But the people, you feel alive, right? When you know. And it's metaphorical compared to how people would go out and battle in war and conflict of different kinds, or even you go further back and human beings would fight to be the leader or whatever. But knowing it's coming, and some people who had a fight in grade 6 and it's at 4 o'clock, after 4, meet me in the yard.
Right.
You get a little micro taste of that.
Yeah.
Everything is different. Your whole life, and now we have 6 days, 6 weeks, and then 5, and then 3, and then 11 hours, whatever it is. if you're particularly type of driven, focused person on that thing and it matters greatly to you, every moment between now and then will be about how to be better for that. And that's a beautiful thing. How can I eat better? How can I sleep better? How can I learn better? How can I understand myself better? How can I be more comfortable or confident? How can I prepare myself physically and mentally to be, in that moment, the greatest me possible, to have the greatest performance? What can I control and what can I not? And every minute of your life, once you've booked that car accident in 6 weeks, can become revolving entirely around it. And again, that's one of the things people like also. You can be the most selfish person in the whole world for those 8 weeks because you always have the excuse that, look, wife, mother, friend, whatever, I can't do that thing because I have a fight in 5 weeks. No, I can't go to the party. No, I can't. I actually can't listen to your story right now. I have nothing.
I have to focus.
Yeah.
It's